Hello everyone, Specter here, and welcome to Star Citizen. And today is 8th day of the 2952 IAE, which is a MISC day, of course. Finally, we got a single manufacturer and occupy the whole showroom, which is a good thing. But the downside is that even for MISC cannot occupy some part of this showroom. It turns out there's still a little bit few ships hanging around. But anyway, we still want to take a look at it, right? Same as usual, we will talk about the ships from right to left, and then go to the tiny showroom at the sides, and we'll go downstairs and take a look at the display room, or the ships downstairs. Before further ado, let's get to it first. Right, so now what you're looking at is the Hull A, the little brother among all the whole series of ships. Technically, you got Hull A, B, C, and all the way to Hull E, which is a capital size large cargo ship. So this thing is an entry, like Hull Series 101, for you to hold cargo. You can hold like 48 SC of cargo, but unlike those cargo ships, you can hold your cargo only from the outside. So this section will extend, and you get some racks can hold 48 SC of cargo outside of your ship. Good thing is it won't occupy the room inside of your ship. The downside would be, in the future, if cargo refractor become one of a thing and the pirates is going to attack your ship, it turns out your cargo might have a chance to be shot off from your ship or maybe destroyed by incoming fire. So this is a downside. But anyway, one thing makes me so curious about this ship right now in the current moment is that I don't know why this ship is floating around. Yeah, it's not touching the ground. So it makes me wonder if I can really get inside the ship or not. So let's try it out first. And we can. Okay, good, excellent. Finally. Now, in here, probably it will be looks like a Prospector. Over here is a living compartment of yourself or your crew. I don't know how many crews you want to stuck inside, but typically you can fly it by yourself, so it will be your compartment. So you have a bed in here, you have washroom in here, kitchens with cookies. Good. Oh wait, is this soy sauce? Yeah, soy sauce. You got some, I don't know what is that, and it looks like fridge. Yes, you can put food inside. You have a locker in here for weapons, and for some reasons I need to press this button to open the door, which is not good. You have a suit locker for your suit, of course. Some components inside which would be very easily for yourself to fix it inside of your ship instead of outside. And last thing would be the bridge, which you will be the one who sit in here and control the ship and crash it. Now let's get outside of it. It's kind of tricky though, I think. Oh. So generally speaking, it looks like the Prospector with cargo on board. Good, excellent. Now later on I will try it out and fly it around. But to be honest, if you're asking me to spend like $90 for this ship, I may want to consider about it. Because, well, I think I got more options for this instead of this whole series of ships. So, well, I mean better options than this. So, since the lagging is occurred, But what we are looking at right now is a Starfarer, MISC Starfarer. It's a civilian type of large refueling ship. I made a video about the Gemini at the back of it. It was a or it is, sorry, it is a military type of large refueling ship. The interior will be the same. You've got a very interesting cabin for the captain with some very beautiful beds and stuff. And yeah, so the layout technically would be the same, but the component, however, would be industrial type. So it means that it will be much more fuel saving, fuel economic, like fuel economy would be quite good. But the downside would be, well, you've got a long cooldown time, which is not good. So I would suggest you to spend some money, in-game credits, to swap out the components inside of it. But it turns out it will spend much more compared to the Gemini, because originally this Starfarer in the game costs a little bit more than the Gemini. And if you need to spend more credits on the components to swap up to something that you will think it will make this ship faster, then it would be much more expensive comparing to the Gemini. So I don't know why they need to do that, but anyway. So typically the Starfarer would be less armored comparing to the Gemini, but the whole thing would be the same. We've got some tanks in here for fuel, but currently unless you purchase it, if not, you can't really gather those fuel by yourself from the outside. And compared to 314, you got the refueling capabilities of this ship right now, so which is a good thing though. I'm very happy to see CIG willing to add some more features about the old ships. The interior will be the same, so basically, yeah, nothing to like. Whoa, wait a minute. Nearly tricked me. Oh no, I'm not going there. Sorry about that. I was trying to take you guys to have a look at those stuff. I mean, the refueling stations up there, but nope, that's not going to happen. Sorry about that. If you're willing to explore it by yourself, feel free to, or you watch my videos about it. The interior will be the same. But the refueling action will not. I mean, I didn't introduce it yet, so that's why. That makes me wonder if I will make a video about it, about refueling process only. But right now, I'm not going to do that. Yeah. So in here is a Gemini, a Starfarer Gemini. So the most interesting thing between the Starfarer and the Gemini in here, how to define them, is quite easy. Look at the nose. You got missiles at the front for the Gemini, but not for the Starfarer itself. So you can tell which one is Gemini, which one is not. And in the lore, according to the lore, the Starfarer Gemini got heavier armor, of course, comparing to the Starfarer itself. So I think in the future you can treat it as like just like M2 Hercules comparing to the C2 Hercules. The heavier armor you got, it means that less flexible, or I don't know how to say it correctly, but anyway, so you will fly this thing much more like a rock comparing to this Starfarer over there. So that's what I was trying to say. Alright, so you can consider it as a heavier type of thing. But the cargo capacity will be the same for some reasons, which is not ideal comparing to the M2 Hercules Starlifter, right? Because, just simply because the Hercules Starlifter, the M2 Hercules Starlifter got heavier armor, you got less cargo capacity, but not for the Gemini, which shows share the same feature, which is a heavier type of thing. So, if you talk about refueling, first of all, you need to purchase some fuel for your ship, and then you need to like operate with this one, and like operate it with something docking over there, and then like refueling and stuff, probably. I don't know. I've never done that before, so not so sure. But anyway, to be honest, right now it's not going to be beneficial at all, since unlike the prospectors and other stuff, you can mine those material without any cost or much costs. The Starfarers, you need to purchase the fuel, which is like trading, and you may not be able to earn much from it as well. So yeah. So here comes the Prospector, one of the favorite ships among all the Star Citizen player. Why it's so famous? Because you can earn big bucks out of it, and it will require little. I mean, yeah. So all you need is just simply fly around by yourself, and you don't even need to worry about like how to control your ship after using those mining heads, because they are in one place. The pilot can control the mining head as well, unlike the mole, which requires like 2 people, to be honest, if you want to move your ship while controlling those mining heads. So that's why people like it a lot. And the second thing is that this Prospector is far cheaper compared to the mole, because the Prospector in game costs you around 2.1 to 2.2 million credits, while the mole will require you to spend more than 5 million. So that's why. And I believe that currently the Prospector would be the one who got like a IAE price, which is a cheaper version if you are talking about like CCU. So feel free to check it out in the website, on the website. Alright, so let's go to the smaller halls. Alright, so here comes the MISC Freelancers showroom. So you can see all 4 Freelancers type of ships in here. So on the right hand side over here is a MISC, Freelancer MIS, MIS, okay? So it's a military type of Freelancer. Well, or I should say that's what's their plan for. Yeah, they use the Freelancer base to kind of convert it into like military type of ships. You got tons of missiles in the middle section of the ship, but well, it turns out in the lore, according to the lore, it didn't turn well, so they decided not to mass produce the ship. And I don't know, like in 3.14, this ladder is kind of cursed. So right now is 3.17, like the latest patch. I'm not so sure whether I want to get inside of the ship through this ladder though. I'm still struggling. Should I? Give it a try. Okay, so yeah, why not? I died, I will go back to hospital. Okay. Oh, I'm alive. Oh, thank God. Okay, now. Alright, so finally the curse is broken right now. So we're in the living compartment of the crew, and in here is a cargo space, and there's an airlock in here as well to see the sky with a light on it. And here you got missiles hanging around like a revolver, is it how you say it? Never mind. So the missiles will be pumped out from the ship throughout here. And over there, of course, over the latest section in here would be the cargo capacity. I mean, cargo bay in here. You got a turret up there, and yeah, just watch my video about it. That will be fine. Yeah. So basically, you got 4 people on board in here, and then playing around. Yeah. So all these features I had already go through in those videos, so currently there's not much change, so that's why I'm so sure that I don't need to make these videos anytime soon. until they make something significantly like big to change the ship. If not, well, no way. So in here in the middle, you can see there's like a Freelancer MAX, which is one of the famous ships among all the freelancers. Why it's famous? Because it can contain 120 SC of cargo, comparing to like 60 something for the like a freelancer over there, the base. The DUR and also the MISC got like 20 or 30 something SU of cargo space. This thing is a beast, and you can like put many things inside comparing to like all the freelancers. So 120 SU of cargo is not a joke. Yeah, and you can put a mining rock easily inside of it. But all the design would be similar to the other freelancers, so, well, yeah. The only outstanding thing would be these holes, which is a good thing though. I wish I would, like, get my hands on this ship again, but, well, since I got a Taurus anyway, so why I need... but, yeah, but this thing, to be honest, like, is really good for, like, flying around with it. Yeah, it's really good ship. Yeah, no joke about it. And this is the DUR. Yeah, Freelancer DUR. DUR DUR. So it's a expedition type of freelancers. So comparing to the other freelancers, what it does would be like putting more fuels on board, as well as the refineries on board as well. So converting anything from gas to fuel and like increase your like range in your expedition. Don't know why the lighting is kind of odd in here, but anyway, yeah, it should be very dark, but it's very light on this side. The other spaces will be the same as the other freelancers. Yeah. Okay, I'm just taking the ramp. Really, like, this just having some bad memories about those stairs, so those ladders, so I'm not going to do that. And this is the base freelancer. As you can see, there's a tiny person introduced like the turret, how to access to it. So I'm not going to do that again. And this freelancer can hold 66 SC of cargo space. Cargo capacity, not space. So basically, this one is the second famous ships among all the freelancers. But the reason why it's famous is not because it's like good looking and stuff. It's just simply because you can rent this ship in some sort of like refineries and other planetary type of renting ships terminals. If you are using like a Prospector to mine, then you may have a chance to like rent one of these, like for example Freelancer, or maybe the colors black for transporting your goods from the refineries to the planetary like a TDD. So this one technically quite many people flying it, if that's the case, if mining is not broken and other stuff. So let's get to another showroom. Alright, so finally, after some time of running from one side to another side, finally we go to this Reliant, yes, now I can pronounce it correctly, Reliant showroom. So you have seen these four Reliants. I think this one is a Kore, probably. Is it? Yeah, it's a Kore. How to define it? Because, well, you can see these guns. Looks like twin-mounted turrets on each side. So it's a, yeah. So it's very, very clear that it's a Kore. Of course, if you talk about like changing the weaponries, that's another issue. But currently, this thing is like yeah, the stock variant, so that's why you can tell. And I made a video about that before in 3.14, so I'm not going to talk more about it since they are the same. Technically, except for that issue of being on the hangar and like cannot spawn it properly, they changed it, which is quite good. But anyway, Kore is a cargo variant among all the Reliant ships. So you have like what 6 SE of cargo, I forgot already. And you can put a like golf car inside as well. And here in the middle you have 2 Reliants. I think this one probably it would be I don't know, is it like is it, yeah, Sen. So Sen is a what is that called, like a research variant. So you do science and cutting frogs, you would do it inside of the ship. Currently science project is not playable in the game, so you can't really cut any frogs inside. Maybe crabs in Pyro, I don't know if you like it. Anyway, yeah, so this is a Sen, and over here probably is a Tana, which is a combat variant among all the Reliant ships. So this one I will talk about it after the IAE, which this guy is kind of creepy under the red light. Anyway, so you got 1 SE of cargo space in here, yeah, and you got a lot of missiles aboard. And over here is Mako? Is it Mako? Yeah. So this Reliant Mako is kind of like a news report, I would say. You saw it before, like especially in 2951, like 2951 IAE. You saw it when I believe Jimmy, who's trying to destroy the Idris in space throughout different kind of weapons, and I believe it was like firing the railgun, and it turns out he was being shot like backward significantly and float away. The Mako is kind of like trying to dodge him, fly away from him, so that he won't get dirt on their ships. So that's creepy. Okay, so anyway, so this dude just simply sit here and doing some news reports in here, and you can cut this like a screen and stuff in here, probably making news in here. Yeah, it's just like making videos like YouTube, I don't know. But yeah, it's a Mako, which is a news report, small news report ship. I don't know why they need to make this ship anyway, but yeah, so but it is what it is. Yeah. You got a very good cameras in here as well, so yeah. So let's move on to the display room downstairs. Alright, so here comes the showroom for the razors. You have 3 different kind of razors. I took 1 of them out of 3. So this one is the EX. So it's a stealth fighter that that converted out of the razors, which they are supposed to be raising ships. But yeah, it's something related to small size, so they decided to like make it like a reconnaissance, like stealth fighter out of it. This thing, I made a video about it before, so not going to talk more about it. But one thing for sure, if you really want to buy this ship, you can purchase it like in Area 18, I believe. Yeah, so for some reasons I'm still getting inside of this ship by getting something very weird. Okay, so that's it. Alright. Okay, now this one in the middle would be the LX. Not so sure what's the differences between the like the Razor over here and the LX over here. Although the LX is supposed to be the racing variant, but the MISC itself, I mean this Razor itself, is also the racing ship. So well, really don't know. But the interior will be the same. Let me take a look at it. Okay, so this one is just simply being as like a fast ship, but the Korea is still a racing ship. And in here in the middle, probably about, oh, I see luxury. Okay, sorry about it then. So this one is for racing, but while that one would be luxury, I'm not so sure what's about the interior of it. But I hope that it would be much more luxurious than the others, which I don't think so. Still very roomy. I mean, not roomy, but like lack of rooms in here. So not so understand why they said it's luxury. Is it because of white in color? I hate to say that, but well, it doesn't make any sense. Luxury, yeah. Talk to Origin, and you can know that what is talk about like luxury. Now let's go to the display hall. Alright, so now we are here in the display hall. You can see this one is an Endeavor. So this thing is a kind of exploration ship. This is like, I would say, is like it's very modular though. I will talk about this ship if I have time, because this ship definitely I need more time than just simply talk about the ship itself, but more likely talk about the modular, how modular it will be. So I think it's one of the most, I mean, like CIG really like talk about modular of this ship. It will be with this ship they introduced modular, because I believe that when they were trying to sell this ship, they also sell with those modular items like the hangars and stuff alongside with the ship. Currently it's like about $350 if you want to buy this ship. It's a concept ship anyway. Of course, when it releases, it will be like, it will rise significantly. But currently, of course, this one will stay inside of this hologram for quite a period of time, I think. So the Endeavor. So I would say that the feature of the Endeavor is kind of, I mean, most like the Odyssey, I believe. Like when you talk about the Odyssey, you got some features, and it's a expedition ship, right? But the Endeavor, however, it would be more likely to be like can do something like the Odyssey can do. But yeah, so comparing to the Odyssey, this one is more likely the exploration ship, so-called. But yeah, I'm not so sure what you guys think about it, but yeah. So, but to be honest, I don't know how to house this ship like in a hangar and stuff. This is a problem though. So this one, CIG may need some time to figure it out. Maybe years later. Alright, so now all you are looking at is the Expanse. So the Expanse is like a portable refinery ship. So is it called? Yeah, refining ship. Okay. So you can house like 2 prospectors worth of ore at the side of it, and then you can refine them on board. So people always struggle about, like, if you're a miner in Star Citizen, you will find that usually if you are like, even if you want to like refine your ore, the fastest way would be hours. But of course, if you're holding the ship, you're not going to hang inside of a ship for hours to wait your ore to be finished refining, right? So what they are trying to do, explanation would be like simply because the refinery would be shared among all the servers. So the capacity would be talk about like hundreds of people like try to kind of like refining their ore. So that's why the working capacity would be very high, which makes your time would be much more longer. But for this ship, since you are the only one who refining your stuff, so the time would be much more faster comparing to the refinery stations. Yeah, so I'm not so sure about like how it works in the future, but it's a concept ships anyway. They can change anytime soon. You have a tractor beam on board, I believe, so, well, yeah. I hope it will be great, it will be a great ship, not just simply because what they tell you, is because how they design the ship in the future. Alright, so this one is the Odyssey. The new expedition ship, exploration ship that like created by CIG last year in 2951 IAE. It's worth about 675 last year. I'm not so sure whether this year they increase it, which they should. But yeah, so I don't know, like the time they introduced it was like someone, I'm not going to address some name, tried to fly the ship to Pyro, and it turns out this year he crashed it after like stealing from each other. I don't know, like why they need to steal ships like this, like they playing toys or something like that, but they crashed it. So yeah, so you can't even see the wreck of it, which is a bad omen of it. Like, yeah, we got a new ship and next year we crashed it. So yeah. So let's talk a little bit more about it. So you got a refinery inside, suppose, but let's only increase your fuel capacity. You can mine with this ship as well. Yes, you like mine quantanium, refine it, and increase your fuel capacity only, not for like really mining ships. But tomorrow, probably, you got a better option out of it. Again, as I said a year ago, yeah, you always got a better option, like from CIG. So yeah, why you need to rush to buy this ship anyway? Yeah, it's not going to end. So yeah, probably this year, about some manufacturer, starting with the R. Yeah, I still don't agree with people like rush to buy a ship that is like so-called the best ships ever. Yeah. Okay, so this one is a hull E, I think. Oh, sorry, C, not E, C. So hull C, well, it's just like a big brother of the hull A outside of this hull. So as you can see, you've got a lot of cargo boxes outside, and this is the way you hold cargo for the whole series of ships. As I said before, like your shields generators not withstand a lot of ballistic damage, so it means that if they really fire ballistic weaponries, these containers may have a chance to get damaged and even shot off from your ship and being stolen by pirates. But one thing for true is that the shield generator of the ship would be much more better compared to the hull A. It means that, well, you can like absorb more fire, incoming fire, from the pirates or any kind of hostiles, and wait until someone come here and help you out, maybe. Alright, so yeah, And obviously you can't really land on any kind of circumstances like on ground or on like at stations, due to, as you can see, this arm is extended downward, which your whole A probably would be the best choice for you to like land on the ground, even if you got cargo on board, but not for whole. Starting from hull B, I believe you can't really land when you have cargo on board. Yeah, I'm not so sure whether it's a good ship or not, but anyway, yeah, we will see in the future probably. Alright, so that's it for today's video about the 8th day of the 2952 IAE, the MISC day. I hope you guys enjoy, and I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.